episodes. When we last left our group, they had just finished an epic battle and were making their plans for their next steps. They have possession of the ranger who had been tormenting them for a little while now, and we're about to make plans, if I recall, to retreat. Um, so there, we'll turn it over to the group.
Right. Well, as I was saying, we think that the maid. I think we had proof that the maid ran away, and as far as she's concerned, the guy on the ground in shackles is the rightful lord of the manor. So I don't know that we want to fight the law on it. Um, if she shows up with more guards, and we're not really prepared for either a siege or taking them out one by one.
Yeah.
We should go hide in the woods.
I think that might be best. But before we leave, let's not leave resources that belong to Gabriel here. Through that window just over there, there's a chest full of coin that we should probably take with us so that it is not giving aid to our enemy. And then once we've found a suitable place, we can discuss further plans without our new guest in earshot.
Now, he's currently shackled, right?
He is shackled, but he is not deafened.
Well, then let's gag him.
Gagging will not deafen him.
I don't want on him.
Do you have earmuffs?
Let me check my equipment here.
Jason's gonna shift into a monkey and screw with his ears.
Right.
He's got
dude. Okay, so we saw the Ray, you saw the coinage or the
yeah.
Okay.
I just
are we aware of it?
I gesture to the window behind us. It's in that. It's in there. There's an office in there.
Okay. Are we aware of any other riches that we've seen?
We are not, or at least I'm not.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either. Okay, well I can run in and grab
Potentially
that.
He has something in his room, but I don't want to stay any longer than we have to.
I get it. I agree. Yeah, it's either burned or the floor is blowing up or both. So.
Oh, there's probably like a +5 Holy Avenger tucked under his bed, but we won't know because as soon as we go in to find it, we're gonna find the other 5 guards that are in waiting.
Yeah. Okay, so which door is it through?
It's through the window. I'll use Mage Hand to unlock and open the window.
All right, you want to go in? You want me to?
I fear that this chest is large enough that I might have difficulty with it. So if one of you tall folk can handle it.
All right.
I will point out, you are aware of one living guard. You shoved
That's
in
true.
The closet.
That's true. Should we bring the other one too?
The guard.
Actually, I take it back. I think we should bring him because, if nothing else, it denies our opponent's intelligence about our abilities.
All right, he's going to slow us down, though, for sure.
That's fine.
Right.
We can prod him along. Well, while you get the chest, I'll go grab the guard. He's shackled up, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Okay. Is it? I'm having a little hard time seeing the building too much, but is it?
Oh, sorry. It's right here, but I mean, there's not really any role playing. I've already opened the window for you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Where did we drop that guard at?
He's upstairs to the left-hand side in the changing room.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm going to assume that we can just administratively say that I'm going to go get the guy rather than moving my pawn through the entire house, Howard?
Yeah. How are you going to go up there? When you go up?
I'm gonna walk
The stairs.
stairs.
so-
Yeah.
So you're. I guess my question was, you're going to go in the ground level and go up
Yeah.
the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to go in the front door. You're going to.
Yeah. Front door.
Okay. And then LaFay is going to go into the office
Through the
to
window.
retrieve
Yeah.
Oh, he's going through the window. He's not going through the front door.
Right.
Okay. And everyone else is.
I don't know. I'm going to be using my sprite as a
On guard.
as a UAV again.
Or has anybody checked to make sure there isn't some like magical trap on the front door?
Well, we came out they came out the front door. Remember,
Who did?
2 guards plus him. No, he jumped. He jumped from the second floor, but 2 guards came out.
They did at the front door. Yeah, the 2 we
So
killed.
that means, does that mean that everyone can go in and out that door?
Well, not necessarily,
out,
but it's
but-
not like they had a lot of time to set magical traps.
Okay.
No, it's been mere moments. All right. Is anyone else taking actions while LaFay goes investigate the office and Ray goes upstairs to see about the one guard they're aware of?
Well, I'm just going to
Do you
make
need
sure
some?
that
Do you need some? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going to make sure that our guy here isn't going to be trying to squirm away.
Okay.
So I might
Give him the misery treatment.
I
Oh
might
wait,
just,
we can't. Never
He
mind.
might- just going to roll him on his belly and put my knee in his back and a dagger at the back of his neck.
He hasn't regained consciousness.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to make sure he's. Just,
Before I head up, I'm going to suggest that maybe Conry, because he's pretty quick on his feet, see if there's like a gardener's hut or anything nearby,
Okay.
like a groundskeeper, and we do have a penchant for putting bodies in wheelbarrows.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
or we could just burn them all. LaFay's probably still got a fire spell.
he
could, like,
probably
burn 'em
does.
all.
But remember, the ranger's body is actually Gabe's body, who were
Well, yeah,
here
not
to help
him.
for the.
Just the other
oh.
dead bodies.
Right. Well, that's up to you guys. I'm not worried about that part.
So Matt
So-
Connery's going to go look around the grounds for, because there are other smaller buildings.
Okay.
Can
One's
can
obviously stables.
can Anna search the dead guards while we're doing this?
You guys did, I believe, search the dead guards before you were going to leave. You were looking at what kind of equipment they had.
We already searched them.
Yeah,
couldn't
will
remember.
Remind you.
When do we want to start dragging this body, or Gabe's body?
Well, let me get the other one first.
Okay.
I'm
So,
assuming that I don't have any problems going up.
I'm just trying to figure out what everyone's doing simultaneously here. In case anything changes, I need to know where everyone's going to be. So Conry is going to go look around the grounds at some of the other minor buildings to see if he can find a wheelbarrow.
Cart, wheelbarrow,
I'm gonna stay on
Something
alert.
to hold bodies with. All right. And Harris is going to guard the ranger. LaFay is going after the chest in the office. Ray is going to go upstairs to see what's happened with the one guard. And Anna, I guess I get to decide what Anna's going to do. Or do you guys want to, as a group, decide what Anna would do in this moment?
Yeah, I think she'll probably stay out here with that globe. Maybe look through those bushes for our stuff. I mean, the stuff we're going to take with us.
It's ours now.
Yeah.
For now, anyway.
Ray already secured that. Ray secured the two items he had tossed aside, which I think was the shield and the sword.
Yep.
There's a bow too.
There's
He had a bow.
A bow, and I suspect that his armor is magic, but we haven't found that out yet, one way or the other.
Yeah, he's still wearing his armor at the moment.
Well, I'll
Yeah.
secure his bow then. To me, I haven't inspected it yet.
Yeah, he was still holding his bow. It was on his back.
Keyword was.
Okay, so you're gonna take his bow away from him. His quiver.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's way too dangerous to be left with any weapons.
Okay.
In fact, does anyone remember? Did we frisk him for like boot knives or poison darts or suicide pills?
Yeah.
I
No, but
don't.
we
If you
should.
wanna leave
We
you
have
wanna
not.
leave Anna in charge of inspecting the ranger while you guys are off doing those other chores.
Sure, Anna can search.
And I'll search with her. We're gonna keep an eye out for anybody else trying to come around.
And I'm talking body cavity
Connor's
search.
over here.
Mm.
Way up there, Morty.
Not it.
Anna will do it. She bravely volunteered.
Is
Who is
It's
it that
kinda
that can shift into an animal form?
Oh, that's Jason. Oh, are you suggesting he do the hamster?
Right.
Are you suggesting that he goes up there? Talking about taking one for the
Right.
team. That's brave of you to offer, Jason.
He's gonna be Tiddlywinks.
Little Richard Gere action.
Mhm.
All right, Connery, you're going to be wandering off in the dark. Are you going to steal Anna's globe or produce your own light? Matt.
I don't know why I would take the drift globe. I guess I could produce my own light.
Okay. All right. No one else has light problems. All right, so LaFay is going to go in this window. She is not there. Why she was still there. All right. And then Ray was going to go upstairs. Ray, you walk in, and of course, there's debris from the floor above all around you, ash and whatnot. When you get this far, you see a light on your right, and you do see two women having a conversation, and they see you. And actually, I'm not sure that they do see you. No, they really don't see you. Never mind. So they're having a conversation when you go by there.
Well, if when I see them, I'm going to try and move stealthily.
Okay, roll stealth for me, just see, because you weren't really thinking this, but
Well, I
Do we
mean,
need
they didn't see me until I saw them first, so I
Do we
figure
need
as soon
the
as I
game
see them.
right, they
Unpause.
didn't seem to react to you. Oh, yeah, sorry. Good grief, he's good at stealth. They don't seem to react.
I got to
to
be
it.
good at something, Howard. What are they talking about? And let me zoom in.
Roll perception, because they aren't exactly talking at normal voice.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, you can hear like available here and there, but
All right.
can't
I'll,
make
I'll
that
send
one.
Shion closer so she can invisibly relay the information.
Okay. Just for fun, let's have her roll stealth
Sure.
at advantage, of course.
Because she's invisible. Yep.
Where'd she go, by the way?
Blackjack. I figured that's probably close enough to be able to hear.
So, they're having conversation about where everyone has gone. Trying to figure out where they last saw people and really looking for the master.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really confused and wondering what to do.
All right. I will send Shion out to tell Ferris that there's 2 maids inside. They look like maids. Is that accurate, Howard?
Yeah,
Like a
they
cook and a maid?
Perhaps they're wearing, rather obviously plain clothes, and
Right.
if they're not maids, they're certainly not dressed up to be like anything important.
Yeah, cool. So I'll just have her go out and warn Ferris that probably want to move him away from the front door because there's 2 maids looking for him and the other guards, and I'd rather not have them trip over it. And that there is a chance that the maids haven't fled, or maybe not all of them fled, and we could capture them and then hold the manor if you think we're up to it. And she's gonna fly out to tell him that message.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
she
gonna
goes back
wait. I'm gonna
outside.
wait for her to come back well, actually, I don't have to wait too much because there's a decent range.
LaFay, you see the chest that Ray was talking about. It's sitting right by the desk. It is kind of heavy. You gonna take the whole chest? Or you're just
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go attempt to pick it up and see if that's possible.
Yeah, it weighs roughly 40 pounds, so whatever's in it is quite heavy.
Hey,
Or-
Howard. Is anybody else hearing Howard kind of low?
He seems a little lower volume to me.
Okay, I've got my volume quite a bit up, and I'm having a little trouble hearing you, Howard. I don't know if you can turn it up just a notch or two.
Let me see. Have you right clicked on my name and adjusted my individual volume?
Yeah, I got your user volume at 200%.
Really?
Yeah.
Sounds okay to me, but
Okay, it's not that big of a deal. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It's just a little low. Well, then if I'm able to move the chest, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to exit out the way I came in.
Okay. It is a bit of a heft, but you can manage it. It's going to be a little awkward getting out the window with it, but you can do it.
Maybe I'll call Whisper over to Ferris to grab it at the window.
So,
check. Okay.
Elmore, did you hear what the suggestion was from Shion?
Yeah, and my question is, did Gabe hear her?
Yeah, he's right there. He obviously can't talk to you at the moment.
I'm going to ask him, you want to hold up here or should we go into the woods? He can just point his head in or out.
Like a good dog. In or out.
He kind of nods towards the house.
All right. All right. So, all right. I'll tell the sprite to tell Ray we'll go in and find out where to go, and if this guy is still unconscious, I'm going to
But
stealth.
Anna could watch him.
Okay, I'm
So
going to
she's not here to engage in anything anyway.
I'm going to stealthily run over there to help LaFay with that box.
Okay. All right, so box is here. Faye's at the window. Care of that. Anna steps over here to deal with all that. Matt.
Yeah.
There's several buildings. One's obviously a stable. You can just tell. And there's one that's more shed-like looking because it has no obvious windows. And then there looks like a small cabin or small dwelling of some kind out there as well.
All right, I'll go look in the
You're
shack
muted.
first. The small.
Matt, if you're talking to me, you're muted.
Check 1 2. Oh yeah, I can hear
You're
it.
still
You're
muted.
You're
Still muted, Matt.
Ah,
There we go.
I was not muted on the thing on the playback. I was just muted to you guys, I guess.
Mm.
Okay, so you couldn't hear anything that I said. All right,
Not a word.
No, that's
that's
I hope
okay.
you remembered it.
Yep.
I'm sure
Alright.
it was brilliant.
Oh, there was other things that was not related. So I'll go to the small shed first.
the small shed that looks no windows. Looks okay.
Yep. I go
it's-
listen, open the door if I don't hear anything, and see what's inside.
Yeah, it's a very simple thing. You don't hear anything inside. It's a tool shed. It's got all kinds of gardening kind of tools in there.
And we're looking for a cart.
Yeah, and there is like a cart, a wheelbarrow kind of cart.
No, we should have gone to the stable and got the mucking the wheelbarrow they used to muck out the stables. It's for the ranger, right?
I think it's for the
He deserves
bodies.
it.
That's
It's for what?
the bodies is what Ray had said.
Oh, okay.
Something to cart around the bodies with.
All right.
All
There you
right,
go.
Son of a
investigate
bitch!
any of the other buildings, or you just
We'll get this. We'll get this cart, and then we'll go to the stables if there's not more than one cart in here, and see if they got a cart that they use to shovel the manure out of.
okay. All right, I'll get back to you once some of these other things have been resolved.
All right.
Ray, you're going upstairs.
Well, I'm assuming that when I get word back that they're going to come in, I'm going to hold position.
Oh, okay. Change of plans.
Yep.
All right. Well, in that case, Connery joins you. You drop off the cart, and LaFay and
So we're agreeing to go back in.
That's what I was told.
Yeah.
Man, all right. Well, we better get a long rest here. So
If our party can't take out 2 maids, we might not survive going into the forest.
We're just gonna capture them. We're just gonna talk.
we're sure there's nobody else. We're not sure nobody else is in this the
We're
dwelling, right?
reasonably sure. We're reasonably sure. I did a scoot around the entire building, both floors, with the familiar before we made the entry.
All right. Did one of them? Did anybody from the manor escape that we saw, flee?
No, we thought they did, but
Okay.
we have two maids in the near the kitchen
All right.
discussing about where things are, and where did everybody go, and where's the master, and da 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 da. We need to find him. So that's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm reporting. And
Okay.
if it's just the two of them, it might be possible for us to. This is a repeat of what I had sent over to Ferris. But basically, if we can capture these two women, then instead of trying to hunker down in the woods, we can hunker down in the manor and try and get things sorted out from there.
Okay. Well, I guess
I had sent that back to Ferris. Ferris agreed and said, "Yeah, let's do it."
so. I guess those of us who are outside, everybody except for Ray,
Dogs are outside again.
should discuss about how we're going to handle the two maids. Do we want to tie them up? Do we want to try to make friends with them? I don't know what to do with these. They're going to be terrified when they see us, and we just so.
So I'll just I'm using the link with the sprite to talk to you guys. Hey, Aaron.
Walkie-talkie.
I'm gonna suggest, yeah, basically it's remote comms. I'm just gonna suggest it's two maids. They're not armed. They're not armored. Let's just go in and demand their surrender, and hopefully we don't have to hurt anybody. I will stay hidden for now, and if they refuse to surrender, I can always blast them from concealment, and then we can provide first aid to help them recover after.
Well, okay. Why don't we send in Anna first?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why don't we have Anna, because she's got the highest charisma.
Yeah, soothe the situation a little bit, not terrify
and
them.
if there's anything that she can do for like some sort of a bardic ability to help her chances, but it's either that or inspiration.
All right,
Welcome,
so I guess
Aaron.
we'll.
Aaron is
All right,
like frozen.
Yeah.
I guess we'll go in. Are we leaving? I guess we're taking the ranger. We're leaving the bodies outside, or is
For now, let's leave the bodies outside in case we have to, in case the maids force us into retreat.
Okay.
But if we can get their surrender, then we can lock them in a room without equipment, and then bring everything inside rather than trying to drag these guys around the countryside.
Okay. So we'll send in Anna, and then maybe I'll follow up behind Anna, and then Ferris.
How about you have Ferris go? Anna and Ferris.
Yeah.
Ferris is wearing armor and has a visible clear weapon, whereas Connery punches people and Ferris burns them alive. That might not be very impressive to maids on visuals.
My fiery hair is pretty.
I'm sure I'm a sorry sight.
Well, you're bloody, you're beaten, you're not going to take any more shit this evening. Convey that. That's your motivation.
All right. I'll go in with Anna.
Okay, Anna, you've just been volunteered for something. Did you get the gist of that?
Oh. Maybe.
All right, first of all, how was the movie?
Oh my God, it was so good. I loved it. It was so funny. I wasn't expecting to laugh that much, but it was great. It was very entertaining, and even for people who don't like D&D, I think that they would like the comedy and the action aspect of it. My daughter, who's not into D&D loved it, and she was laughing just like I was. So they did a very, really good job.
What movie was it?
The D&D movie.
Oh,
Honor
dang.
Among Thieves. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really, really entertaining. Like I would highly recommend it. All right, so
So
did
so they
we
decided
get our long rest in? That's all I
No.
want to know. That's all I
No.
care about.
No, we have
No.
not.
so
We're building
So
up
they-
to that.
Oh,
to
okay.
catch, to catch you up briefly, they decided to go in and recover the chest, B, go in and find and locate the last guard that you guys had shoved into a closet.
Mm-hmm.
C, try to find a wheelbarrow at one of the outbuildings, and then guard the ranger, which you were part of that. But then when Ray went in, he found two maids off to the right discussing where everyone was and what's going on and acting very confused and nervous. So they hatched this plan to have you and Ferris go approach them and either get them to surrender, or I'll let Mike describe it from there.
Yeah, just surrender so that we can take the manor, basically.
Okay.
So what the ask was is for Anna as the best charisma other than me is to go in and use that charisma to encourage them to just surrender. It's not worth your lives.
And make us a meal.
Yeah, however you want to
we-
describe it, but
We aren't
Yeah,
going to harm.
yeah, we don't want to harm them. We don't want to kill them. If we have to, I'll shoot them, and then we'll provide first aid afterward. But yeah, we need to lock this place down and get that long rest in that you've been wanting.
Yeah, my God.
And Ferris is going to go with you because he's got armor and weapons that are easily understandable by anybody that happens to see him.
All right, now are we going to clean him up first, or
There's no shower outside, so
no one's spitting on my face
but-
and wiping me down.
we have prestidigitation?
I don't. Who has prestidigitation?
I better.
All right, well, if you've got it, go ahead and use it.
Um,
Let's see here.
I didn't think she does. Yeah, she's a bit of a neat freak.
And here, all this time she's been holding out on us by
Oh, that's
letting us
right. I've been holding out.
stomp through
On my
sewers, and
cantrip.
she's always clean. And we're like, how does she stay so clean?
And it's a cantrip.
And she's just like, no, you got to stay away from me. You smell like shit.
And I can
I
cure
feel
wounds on
betrayed.
somebody if they need it.
Okay, well, sexy. All right, so I'm gonna cast my prestidigitation
All
to
right.
make Ferris look presentable.
All right, that's a cantrip. You don't actually have to cast that.
Yay!
All the
can cast
blood and
those.
guts just fly off of him.
Yeah, make him look less intimidating. My God.
We want him to be
Alright.
more intimidating.
Oh, this doesn't clean me. It just makes me look clean. So I'd probably still stink.
No,
No, I
you
think it
instantly
actually
clean
does clean you.
Yeah, but it can also soil something. So if you want to go the other way, you can do that too.
Oh.
Right. Yeah, you instantly clean or soil.
Yes. All right, you ready, Ferris?
If I look presentable, I guess so.
Yeah, the best she can do on a cantrip in short notice. All right, so
Right.
Ferris and Anna and the globe. You gonna leave them
Yeah.
out in the dark?
Yeah, I think we need the globe because I can't see
Yes, I think-
otherwise.
Matt had lit up his own light source
Oh,
because he was out roaming the tool shed.
All right, LaFay, you're watching the ranger dude.
All right. So she's telling you that the familiar is telling you that they're just ahead and to the right. It should
right,
be
so-
lit enough
Okay.
for you to see.
So when the light starts coming in, they hush their conversation, and then when they get a glimpse of you all, they scream and run into this door. And
You just
shit
got to
in it.
do it the hard way.
Which door?
It's through the pantry, and it looks like they locked themselves into the kitchen or
Here?
something. Yeah.
Well, dang it.
So I can move you over there. I assume you're gonna go chase them.
Yeah. Which one was it? It was this one, right?
Yeah, the one by Anna's by.
Yeah. I signal her to give me a second. I checked the lock to see if it's been locked.
There actually is no lock.
Okay.
And as you try the handle, you hear more screaming.
All right.
Okay, so calm down.
I give Anna, because she's an entertainer, and open the door.
You counter in. All right.
Yeah,
so,
counter in exactly.
So someone on the other side is trying to hold the door, but you can obviously overpower her, and she screams and runs to the other side of the room, and they kind of cower in a corner.
All
and
right.
say
Well, can we yell
something to the effect,
out to
"Don't
them?
hurt us! Don't hurt us! We're not armed." That kind of thing.
Yeah. Are we able to yell out to them? We're not here to.
Oh yeah.
We're not here
I mean,
to
they're
hurt
right
you.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should be able
Calm
to
down.
see at least one of them by now. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see one.
Just tell him, calm down.
All right. I am going to, unless somebody else has an action, I'm going to have Shion fly in invisibly, and just confirm that both of them are in there because there's that blind corner.
Okay. Roll her stealth. It's almost academic, but go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One's kind of cowering behind the wall there. And then one's over there.
Got it.
Are those beds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hope
those are
so.
beds.
Hope so.
All
All right.
right. Anna, just don't tell them to sit on the bed.
Yeah, I'll tell Anna there's another one behind the partition there. So.
All right. So Anna, what are you trying to say to them?
Just that, don't be scared. We're not here to hurt you. We know that you're not armed, and we're not planning to, do anything to you.
Just tell them the
Okay.
tale of the cursed manor lord.
Yeah, that's a little bit. That's a little bit too. I don't know. Not
Right,
for
so-
right now. Maybe later.
Roll your persuasion.
Okay. Let's see here. Right. Let's see. Oops. Did it roll?
Yeah.
Did?
It did.
Oh,
Good
okay.
roll.
Okay. The one closest to the bed stops blubbering a little bit and kind of looks up and says, "Are you going to let us go then?"
Did we come to any decision about that?
Not
Well,
right
we,
away.
we need to break the curse, and
Yeah,
that's
it's
going to take
Gabriel's-
more than tonight.
Gabriel's servants. I mean,
Well, I think that he yeah. I don't know if these were servants when he was present or not. He's
Let's find
been
out
gone
how
for
long.
Yeah,
5
I
years.
think.
You actually
Yeah, I don't think these are his servants.
you actually asked him that question.
Oh, right.
And that he had indicated that his staff was all gone.
Yeah, these aren't
Mm-hmm.
his people.
Well, I'm sure that they could. That we need to keep them at least for a little while.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
All right, so we'll just let them know that, for their safety and that they're it's going to have to,
And ours.
I guess, stay put, and ours that we're
Yeah, for
just going to
everyone's
have
safety.
to have to stay put. Yeah.
Are there windows in that room?
There
No,
are
this-
not windows.
This is an interior room. It has no exterior anything to it. We have a little dungeon-like room, if you if you will. It's very plain, very
Like as in a 50 Shades of Grey dungeon. What are we talking here?
it just
Oh,
it's
it's
just
got
very
beds.
It's a servant's chamber.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah.
servant's chamber.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
They don't get the room with the view.
Right.
Just ask them if they are okay with being able to sleep in there without having to come out.
Well, I'm gonna find something to bar the door with.
I meant like, bathroom, need water, or anything like
There's
that.
there's a bathing area, a tub and such in the back corner.
Okay.
So let's just
So they
for
they
now
wanna
let's
know-
just lock them in, and come morning we'll get some food and water for them. No harm will come to them. We'll work on getting things sorted out.
Yes.
And as
Persuade
that
them.
so they want to know why they have to stay.
unfortunately, I will ask them if they know what's in the room next to the conservatory to the far left, east, whatever it is.
West.
Is it west? Yeah, west, far west.
They look confused and say, "What room are you talking about?"
I'm gonna ask the Ferris and Anna. Let's show them the room, and maybe that will help explain why we can't just let people walk out yet.
Do it. But we closed that door. We don't know how to open it from this side, do we?
We can go through the other side.
Okay. Who's going through the other side first?
I can go through the other side if you guys want to escort.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I'm gonna go do that, and I'm gonna send Shion to tell Conry and Ferris the situation.
LaFay.
Sorry,
Tell us.
yeah, LaFay. Sorry. And that we think that we have them, calmed down. With they more or less surrendered. We're going to show them the fact that there's been some worship of dark gods going on this house, and that's why we're here. If they are part of it, they're not going to be too shocked. If they are truly innocent maids who happened to be working here, then the normal reaction of a peasant cleaning woman is going to be shock and horror that dark god worship has been happening in the house that they work. So I kind of want to judge their reactions based on what they do when confronted with this, so that
Sounds
we
fair.
know how to handle them, basically.
Plus, we don't want
So-
them going around spreading stuff around town.
We
or
don't.
anything.
Well, that too. They're not going to get the spread stuff around town until things get sorted out.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
Once we're done here, they're going back into the servants' quarters, and I'm wedging the door closed with climbing pitons.
Okay.
And there they shall stay until tomorrow, when we let them out to give them some food and water, and then they go.
All right. Well, I am going to, Howard, I'm going to equip myself with my Yakwa. I guess I can use that. It's a throwing weapon, but it looks like it could be a melee weapon too. So
It is.
I just want to make sure that I got them, kind of at the point of a spearish thing.
All right. So you're actually presenting yourself as a threat to them.
No, I'm just saying, follow her, and I'm gonna be behind them.
Okay.
Just making sure they don't run. Just calm down. We're just gonna walk you to that thing that we want to show you.
All
The
right.
room,
So
the room they don't know about.
Matt, Jason,
Actually,
Yeah.
it was left open because I could walk right through that wall.
it's left unlocked.
All right.
Oh, actually, know what? You're right. It was left open because you guys very hurriedly came through there.
Yeah. So I went the long way for nothing.
Okay.
And I will wait by the door for for Anna and Ferris to escort the two maids.
So
Yeah, and we'll just point because they can see you right from that. It's just a straight shot, right?
No, it's a little bit around the corner.
Okay.
And they'll need the drift globe to see anything anyway.
All right.
All right. So Jason, Matt, the ferry comes out and relays all this information to you. Are you guys going to remain outside?
No, I think we should go in. I think we should take the bodies in and then grab the ranger and meet up with the rest. What do you think, Connery?
Sure, I was getting the carts. We're bringing the
Okay.
carts for the bodies.
I'll relay through the sprite that since there's already bodies there, maybe drop the corpses off in the conservatory.
Okay. Do that. So you don't need
That way they're
you
kind of
don't-
out of the way.
You don't need the carts.
Well, unless you're going to use the carts to bring them through the hall. The plan changed when we realized that there was a good chance of taking the manor.
I mean, I guess if you have the carts already, it could help to just get them
Okay.
into the building.
All right.
I'll just relay. Just don't wheel the bodies in just yet.
Yes.
All right.
We don't want to spook the maids, but
All right. Well,
by
we'll
all
start.
means prepare.
I'll whistle while I'm carting bodies.
A jaunty little tune for
Yeah.
body moving.
Yeah.
Dear
Just
God.
kidding.
You've been around the guard too long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, it's always good to love your work.
It is. It is.
When
Bring
it,
out your dead.
when it starts becoming work, you need to find something else to do.
Right. Not work
That's
if
right.
you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's not work if you enjoy it.
That's the door right there.
That was
right?
Uhtred. That was Uhtred. Yes, that's the front door, Jason.
Okay. All right. So we'll drag the bodies. One of them's already by the door. I'm gonna drag the other body just on the other side of the door. Wait for kind of final approval to move the bodies in.
Yeah. You're just staging right now.
Staging the bodies, and
You
then
gotta stage the bodies.
and then maybe both Connie and I will grab the ranger and kind of move towards the door.
Okay.
So now that they've gotten here, I will gesture into the room with a dark god's holy symbols scratched all over the floor. I'm assuming
good
it's more
lord.
than just
Discord.
scratched, though. It's inlaid. And say, this is the reason why we're here. Or this is the main reason.
All right. So Mike, I momentarily lost Discord while you were going through that. So my apologies.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Basically, I just said, I'm gesturing into the room where the sigils of I forget which god it was. It was like the god of darkness and murder or something like that.
Cyric.
Where it's sacramented for rituals dedicated to Cyric, and just say this is the reason why we're here, or the main reason.
So they look puzzled at the door, and one of them remarks to the other, "Has this been here all along?" And they peek in there, and
I'm honestly quite surprised you didn't know about it, considering the windows are open to the view from the outside patio.
Yeah, it wasn't their job.
unless you look in the window from right there, and there's lots of, you probably wouldn't notice that there's 100 windows on this house, and it just looks like another
Got it.
room from the outside.
But yes, I'm sure there's like assorted paraphernalia around that isn't shown on the map. Yeah.
The demon
Actu-
with
actually-
with
Well, there's no demons, that's for sure. But like, there's going to
No,
be some paraphernalia for worship.
Actually, there's just the symbol in the middle of the floor, and that's it. The rest of the room is barren.
All right.
Oh, so they don't
Well,
believe
it's-
what is that when they don't believe in iconography? What do they call that? shall not have any
Clearly-
graven image.
Clearly, he was not part of a mega church of Cyric.
So,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I
Yep.
can hear you.
yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So they have to ask what that symbol is, and you have to explain it to them. And then when they hear that, they look frightened. And one of them says, "I want to leave."
Let's
I'm
enlist
afraid
their-
we can't allow that yet. We're still getting to the truth of it. There's some deeper deceptions involved that we need to sort out.
Ask them if there's anybody somewhere waiting for them, or do they normally stay the night here?
Are there any other secret rooms in this?
Do you have any other secret places of worship in this building?
Yeah.
Was it designed by
All right,
Ivor
first things
Shandor?
first.
Yeah. Are you Gozar the Gazarian?
This mansion was made with cold riveted selenium.
So,
Ray, tell them about the
answer
donut or
to-
the Twinkie.
in answer to Ferris's question, they say that room that they were in is their quarters.
Yeah.
One says that she's the maid. The other one says that she's the cook.
Perfect. And
I will try and go ahead.
it'll be just another night at work, except you probably not going to be cooking or doing any cleaning tonight, but
Right,
you will be
right,
in your
right.
chambers.
I'm trying to be non-intimidating as a short person, and just say, I'm afraid it's necessary. There's some deceptions that need to be unraveled. We believe that the master of this manor was used rather cruelly, and we're trying to determine the truth of that. And unfortunately, in light of that, we can't simply let you walk away just yet. But I can promise you will not be harmed or damaged in any way other than detained.
Is that a true statement?
It is a true statement.
Okay.
I have no intention of doing anything to them other than detaining them.
Okay.
Unless they prove to be in on it, in which case.
Okay.
All bets are off.
See here. Real quick here. Hang on.
But yes, as far as that goes, it is an absolutely true statement.
Okay. Aaron, roll insight for Anna.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. They listened to Ray's explanation of what's going to happen tonight, and they still look very scared.
Oh, sure.
Well, when you find out that your master is, sacrificing people to,
Dogs and cats living together,
Right.
mass hysteria.
Yes.
Sure. Absolutely.
All right, very
Since
good.
they're still looking nervously, I assure them that if this could all be resolved and your part in this sad play resolved, there will be a compensation of 5 silver each. If I remember correctly, that's a fair sum of money.
It
Well,
is.
it's probably a week's worth of wages.
Yeah, if someone offered me a week's worth of wages for the inconvenience of being detained while ritual murder is sorted out, that would be pretty reasonable.
It's hush money. You'll pay for that later.
It's compensation. It's not hush money. We're not asking them to not talk about it.
Oh yeah, an inconvenience.
Yeah.
It's to pay for their inconvenience.
Exactly. To compensate them for the time lost and inconvenience.
Yes. I'm there.
Okay. They just exchanged, kind of confused looks back and forth to each other.
I'll start rolling silver coins on the backs of my fingers while I'm waiting.
So they want to know if they're supposed to go back to their room now.
You will be, yes.
Yeah.
When we go, I'm going to mention that we do need to make sure that you don't have any weapons, but Anna will be checking you to protect your modesty.
Okay. No problem there.
Sorry, you're the only female guard.
Frisk him, Anna.
Yeah. No problem there.
Okay, you're gonna check them out. They very nervously let you. The cook has a paring knife.
See, that paring knife could have been in one of our throats in the middle of the night.
Paring you from your Adam's apple.
Right. We'll take that. We'll hold that and put that back in the kitchen for you.
We'll confiscate.
No, we're not confiscating. We're just putting it back where it belongs in the knife drawer. And if you would escort them over.
Search their room too.
Yeah, search the room.
Okay.
And then once they're clear, I will signal to Connery and LaFay that the hall's clear.
Bring in the bodies.
Just don't be loud about it. Don't be loud about it. That's all.
This could have gone another way. We could have.
Right. And while
the bodies and then sleep with the bodies.
Howard.
Swing
while
chariot,
Ferris and Anna take the maids to
carry
the room,
me home. I don't know.
I'm gonna go real quick to the office and take 10 silver out of that chest and bring it back and pay them.
I've got the chest.
The chest went outside.
Yeah, I know.
It's not in the office anymore.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I will go to the chest outside.
Okay.
Grab 10 silver and bring it back to say, in a sign of good faith, advanced payment.
Okay. It's all
5 silver
gold.
apiece. Oh, it's all well, I guess then they get a gold apiece.
Okay.
I'm afraid I didn't have any small change.
All right. Adjusting the balance of
For
the chest.
you? It's not out of our. Yeah, it's out of the chest. It's out of the chest. So I will just present each one of them a gold coin.
Okay. They nervously take it and then they go into their room.
All right. And then once they're in, I'm going to use my hammer and pitons to nail it shut. I'm not taking any chances. We're death standing over here with it.
Yeah.
All right. Are you searching the room? Is like you said?
Yeah. And I thought she was going to search the room already.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you consider a weapon. They've got a back brush. They've got a mop. They've got a broom.
Things like, I don't know, knitting needles, sharp, pointy, her hobby
No.
whittling knife.
Brooms and mops can be turned into spears.
Yep. Peepaw's double-handed sword.
No, it's just cleaning supplies and
right.
and
We don't want them to MacGyver us and like make a flamethrower out of a hairspray bottle.
Yeah, let's take all the cleaning stuff out.
We've already had this building survive one fire.
Okay. You relieve them of their cleaning supplies.
No cleaning tonight, ladies. You're off.
And then and then you bar them in the room so that when you set the mansion on fire again, they're doomed.
That's it's no worse than what LaFay did, so I don't know why you're bringing it up. So
yeah, it's not a whole village.
Yeah, exactly. So that I will close and bar that door. We need to find another interior. Yeah. I had already signaled.
All right, we're coming in with the bodies.
Bring out your dead.
Okay. All right, where are you putting the bodies?
Let me get in the room so I can see.
Are we going to put those in the conservatory or wherever that secret room is?
Yeah, that was kind of the plan.
Yeah, that seems to make sense. What are we doing with Half Dead Ranger?
Which door are we going?
I will. I'll relay that there's a room over here by the kitchen to the east, with one door and no windows. That might be a good place for prisoners.
Where was it?
It's ahead and to the right.
Okay.
Is it directly south of you?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't move the bodies. I can't do anything with them.
All right, where you're taking them to the conservatory?
Yeah, the bodies with the candlestick.
Bodies.
Yes. And then the ranger. Yeah, the ranger and the other guard. Did any other guard survive? Anyone?
I don't remember.
The ranger survived. The one guard upstairs survived, but did any others survive? We were actually trying to be nice, but we may have accidentally self-defensed them to death.
Yeah.
I mean, there's another body. I'm looking in the conservatory. There's another.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that there's already bodies in there, so might as well just pile them up there.
Yeah.
There was the one that LaFay tried to heal or something and kill him.
Wait.
LaFay too badly.
And then there was the other guys that
with some fava beans and a little Chianti.
Yeah, there were those guys, so I think those guys are dead.
All right. Well, like I said, there's a room over here to the side by me for the ranger to be dropped, but we need to strip that man. We don't know. He was way too.
Him already.
No, he's still got his armor on. We took his weapon. We took his
off.
No, we didn't take his armor off yet.
Yeah.
Really?
I want him in his underoos and shackles to before I feel safe.
Anna's gonna have to strip him. She's our.
I'm okay with that, but I thought we took his clothes off already.
No, we know his armor takes too long to take off, so we didn't take it off yet. But we're gonna.
Oh.
We're definitely gonna.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna take him to that room.
The billiards room.
Yeah, right here. This one.
Yep.
Yeah, that is the billiards room, by the way. You're gonna drop him in the billiards room.
Yeah, because there's no windows. There's one door. I guess I will proceed to start working on his armor. If somebody wants to bring down the other guard,
Where is the other guard?
upstairs, west side, in a closet. Do I happen to know any poisons that would make someone debilitated for a while?
I don't know.
Debilitated.
Not necessarily an anesthetic, but just something to put them on their ass for a few hours.
Alcohol is a poison that'll do that.
Yeah, but we can't force feed him enough alcohol while he's unconscious to get there.
We essentially want to roofie him.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I guess if we could find a hose and a funnel, we might be able to pull it off.
We'll
But
get him some pudding pops.
yeah,
Oh my God, you went there? Oh my God, man.
and I'm gonna start taking out the pool equipment so that it can be used as a weapon.
So in the hallway, there's cleaning equipment and pool cues.
Yeah, we're kind of
Yeah.
getting a stock.
That's some kind of party you guys had.
You know, it's not a party unless shit ends up in the main hall and people are dead.
All right. So who's going? As you said, Conry's going upstairs to.
I was actually thinking LaFay because it's dark.
Yeah. I'll go get him.
Well, Conry's been carrying around a torch.
Very well.
But can he carry a torch and do it at the same time?
Probably not effectively. And I will convey to LaFay that it might be worth doing for the guard, if assuming he's still awake, what we did for the maids, and exposing the fact that there's this dark worship going on, and that the master of the manor may not be who he seems to be due to trickery and yada yada. Try and get a reaction out of him one way or the other to see if they're in on it or not. You know.
Okay.
I gotta
I
step
take
away
him?
for a moment. I'll let you guys do that.
So I don't know if you want to. Do you want to administratively move me up to grab him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the scene of the hallway fight.
Is that where that wind wall was?
It was. It's gone now.
There we are.
Okay. Yeah, he was shoved into this closet, and he is still out.
This is the
All
guard.
right,
This
well.
is the guard we beat up and knocked out.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily going to wake him up to explain to him that his boss is a Satan worshiper, but I'll leave him. I guess I'll just start dragging him downstairs.
Yeah, if he's
Okay.
still knocked out, we should just strip his ass naked too.
Oh, the
Yeah,
one
I-
guard upstairs is still knocked out.
Yeah, I'll bring him down into the room and we'll strip him down there.
And we'll use the
You-
cart for the weapons and armor that we take off of these guys.
So you put him in the billiard room as well.
Yeah, and then we're gonna strip him. Is he shackled, cuffed,
He is shackled.
manacles?
Yeah,
Okay.
shackles.
Hmm.
But if he's unconscious, we can open the shackles to strip him faster and then reshackle him after.
I'll stand by to pummel him into submission if you want to take the shackles off.
Yeah. He's got no helmet, so it should just be a straight shot. Don't make me concuss you like an NFL player.
Yep.
Okay.
What was that one
Takes a
quarterback's
few-
name?
All of them.
Bears. McMahon, wasn't it, or whatever? What was his name?
Yes.
You have concussion problems? All right, so it takes a few minutes. You get the armor off and you get them reshackled.
Yep.
All right, and then what?
I'm gonna step out into the hallway. I'm gonna have Shion stay in the room. Since she's a spirit, I'm hoping that that means that she does not need to sleep. Is that correct or not, Howard? Did you cut out? Did I cut out?
No, no, it's a thought I'd not even considered. Um,
Does she have an alarm mode or something?
Well, if she's truly a spirit, then that probably means she doesn't need to sleep, which means that she can just stay in the room, invisible, on a shelf, watching the prisoners for us while we get that long rest.
so in 5e, familiars are treated as spirits. Take the chosen form, wouldn't need to sleep or food. Okay. Does a warlock's familiar need to sleep? Unless the familiar, oh, this is from D&D Beyond. Unless the familiar specifically states it does not need to sleep, it does.
Okay. That's
Oh, wait,
fine.
that's no. No, that's an opinion from someone in the forums. Don't hang on. So it takes that form. It is not truly that creature, but it takes that form.
Mm-hmm.
And in that form, it is susceptible to taking damage, becoming exhausted, all the physical things that go along with that physical manifestation. So that includes fatigue and ultimately sleep.
Sure. All right. Well, she can take one
So,
watch. It's easy enough.
yeah, she
And
doesn't
if she's
have to necessarily sleep when you do, but
Mhm.
at some point in the same period of time, if
Right,
she doesn't get her sleep, eventually she'll suffer from exhaustion and start taking the penalties that go with that.
right, and that's fine. We'll just split the watch. So I will double check the shackles on both of them. They're both basically in their loincloth now. Is it right?
Yeah, they have like
Whitey
thin
tighty.
clothing that they wear underneath their armor.
Right, right, right. I'm not taking any chances. All right, so then I will gesture out uh, for a quick powwow. The ranger's still awake. He's not. He's just bound.
The ranger hasn't come to yet.
Oh, he hasn't come to yet.
No,
That's been a while now, hasn't it?
it has.
I guess I will make a check for medicine then.
Okay.
I can help with that.
Yeah, I mean, he shows all the signs of life. He's breathing and whatever. He just is totally unresponsive in terms of
I have
you know.
medicine as a skill, favored skill. Can I diagnose what's going on with him?
Sure.
I just don't want him to like die in his sleep and oh, mission failed.
I don't want him waking up and doing some spell that gets us.
That too.
So, doing what you do, Conray, you've knocked people cold so many times. You've seen this. This guy's just out.
Okay.
All right.
You guys did a number on him.
That's
How-
good. We wanted
Howard,
to do a number.
I'm still seeing the upstairs.
I've moved you back down.
Okay. Okay, got it. All right. Sorry. Screen issue. Okay, got it.
So if he does come to, how do we stop him from saying a spell or something?
Well, he yeah, it's really hard. We can gag him. We're gonna have this discussion once Conry comes out of the pool room and we close the door just in case. But yeah, it's we can gag him, we can bind him, but there's only so much that we can do. You know,
So he's
if
already gagged?
What's that? He's already.
We already
he's not
gagged him.
gagged. He's not gagged yet, but we will shortly. The fact that he's not being allowed to rest and replenish his spells, being knocked out doesn't count as a long rest, thankfully, and he had to have used a fair number of them already. So, you know, as long as we can keep him uncomfortable and unable to get a long rest, we should be reasonably safe. And I'm not using the term long rest. I'm using, you know, as long as he's not able to replenish his magical energies.
Okay.
So
I just don't
basically,
want that.
we can have short rests, but not long rests. We got to keep him uncomfortable, unable to rest.
All right, so we need a long rest. Are we going to we're going to put somebody in the room as a guard on the
We are.
the ranger? Do we want to have two people guarding? Do we want to put somebody upstairs kind of looking out or around at the landscape around us? Or do we want to just put a guard on them and the rest of us try to get some rest?
Let's put a guard on. We don't have enough people to do both.
Okay.
Not reliably. The whole buddy system thing, I think, is probably a good idea. And one of us will be. I'll just partner up with the sprite. And then what? Ferris and LaFay, and then Conry and Anna. That way, none of us are alone to get jumped.
All right.
Where do we want to sleep? Just right here?
Before we start,
I'm thinking like right here might be a good idea, just to keep everybody close. If there is trouble, this guy, the ranger especially, was so difficult to deal with that I'd rather have all of us close at hand if it comes to it.
I have some healing.
That's up to you. We're going to be getting
Spells,
some
if
rest
anybody wants them, just in case before they rest. If we're guarding, and he wakes up. Anybody need a bump up?
Well,
what's that?
Okay.
I'm short, but I think that the fighters like Conry need it more than me. So
yeah, I'm pretty bad shape.
If he needs it, if Conry needs it, give it to him.
All right.
Conry's probably the worst, I think. I've got 30 out of 50.
I've got 19 out of 48.
Okay, I've got 11 out of 56.
No, well, give it to yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very selfless of you to offer, but
thank you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
And then tomorrow, once we've had our rest and recovery, then we should decide what we're going to do about. I'll gesture over to Gabe. None of us are clerics and know how to deal with this, nor do I think that we can convince the ranger to willingly undo what he's done. I think that we might need to get the Harpers involved. Unless someone knows a friendly cleric that they can convince to come out here.
All right. So when I cast this, I'm going to do a second level on myself then.
Okay.
Let's do yeah, but
All right, then hit the healing button in the chat dialogue there.
And then normal.
Yeah, normal.
Come on, big money. There we go. All right. All right, I'm ready to guard.
All right. I'll go ahead and take first watch. You guys get some rest, and then we'll do Anna and Connery last, since it'll be closest to dawn
Right.
for their light issues.
Yep. I can get up and do my Pilates and. Huh?
Okay.
Get off work.
9?
You can stretch
Nine-
it for another
9:30.
ranger so you can feel envy.
Hasn't tried to call you or anything?
No, he hasn't.
Sorry,
All right, so you guys are going to take turns watching inside the
What are the
billiard room,
dogs?
outside the billiard room.
Well, I'm going to open the door so that I can see in, and then I can watch
What?
here and
That's been fed?
cover both doors.
No.
My recommendation is when people are sleeping, they don't have line of sight into that room.
Say that again?
When people are sleeping, they're not within line of sight of that room. So
Right.
they can
I
never
would assume
tell.
that like people that are sleeping would be over in like the dining room.
Okay.
It's a nice broad area. We've got camping equipment, bed rolls, and whatnot that can be put over there.
All right.
You guys are going to build a camp in the dining room?
Yeah.
Well, sans
We're gonna do a blanket fort and
You're muted again, Matt. Whatever you joked about.
I said we're gonna do a blanket fort in the
Right.
I like that.
I'm gonna have to be
Okay.
taking off here pretty soon. I'll be back shortly, but I'll have to take off.
Okay. Well, I am going to stop at 10 because I have to get up tomorrow. So we got about an hour left.
Okay, roger that.
All right, let's do this rest,
and
and
half an hour.
maybe we can get through the rest before
Right.
calling it.
All right.
And I guess when my watch starts, I'll make sure that the front door is closed and locked.
So
what's the rotation?
Who's first?
I am, or at least I offered to.
how do we? I forget how we do the hit dice.
When you do
So
long rest, it pops it up.
Well, no. He's talking about doing hit dice on short rest.
Oh, but we're doing so I don't need to worry
doing
about
a
that
long
on long rest. Okay.
No, we're doing long.
Long rest, you get all your hit points back and half of your hit dice back.
Okay.
But you guys can qualify for a short rest prior to then, while you're setting up your camp, and as long as you're not doing anything exerting or mentally taxing or anything like that.
We get half of our hit
Okay.
dice that we used back on a long rest. Is that what you said?
You get half of your hit dice, period. So if you have
you used
6
any hit dice, Matt?
No.
Then it
Don't
doesn't
worry about
matter.
Okay. I thought he was hinting at the fact that we need to take hit dice before we take a long rest because of
No,
something.
he said you could take a short rest.
Okay.
you can take a short rest, recover whatever a short rest gives you, which could include expending hit dice.
Right. So I'm going to take a short rest. I'm not going to worry about the hit dice, but it will replenish my spell book.
I'm gonna take a short rest also.
That didn't do anything for me, other than
Well,
guess
don't
my
you
key
get your
points.
key points back?
Yeah,
on
I got
short
my key
rest?
points. Yeah, I got my key points.
Yeah, he gets his key points back.
Okay.
I
So no
thought we
one's
were
gonna
doing a
spend
long
hit
rest right
dice?
now.
We're going to, but we're taking. Some of us get stuff back on a short rest.
Okay.
So if we have a random encounter, as we tend to, then we've got key points and some spells back. Not everybody gets that, but
We don't get the spells back though, don't we?
I do.
Have to do a long rest.
A
You do?
warlock does.
I don't get my spells back, but I do get
Right.
my
Yeah, I.
my summon wildlife or wild shape back.
Oh, I see. Because
Connor gets
I
his
think
key
I get
points
my
back.
bardic inspiration back.
Yeah, you get your
I
inspirations
think
back.
that's what I get.
I'm not sure if I think everyone gets something except for maybe Ferris.
All right, so we're doing a short rest because we're
Because
thinking
we wanna
something
be
might happen, so that
Right.
that way we don't. I
Right.
see.
Is no one spending hit dice on their short rest?
I think I will spend at
No.
least one
I'm
hit
not.
dice. I think I'm going to do that because I've got
You're
so
gonna do
little.
that.
I said I'm going to expend one hit dice
Okay.
to just in case. So
All right. It should do that automatically when you choose that option. It should add the points that you roll.
yeah, I just did. Do I need to
Okay.
hit
All right,
rest again, or
now,
is that I'm not going to get that back
No.
until we long rest? Okay.
correct.
All right.
now, should I since Conry's going to expend the hit dice, should I go ahead and do the bardic song of rest thing to kind of help him out there, or
Yeah.
because he
could.
rolled already, does it not count?
No, you could.
All right.
You could go ahead. You could go ahead and suggest that if he's going to.
Okay, yeah,
So,
I'll go
Do you
ahead and
have
suggest that.
inspirations left to do it?
I have
So just so I understand what Connery's
You have
doing,
one.
he's he-
I just use one hit die on a short rest.
somebody's getting a school call.
yeah,
Aaron's
that's me. All right, let's see here. Where's my thing?
All right, Jason, you had a question?
Yeah. So Connery used one of his hit dice. He rolled a 10. So does that mean he gets 10 hit points?
Yeah, he did.
And he got those 10 hit points. Okay.
Correct.
And we're all allowed to use a hit die on a short rest.
You can use multiple hit dice on a short rest.
Okay. All right. I
Just
just want
bear
to make
in
sure I
mind,
understood.
you only get half of your hit dice back on a long rest.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh,
So, Aaron,
did
were
not
you
know
doing
that.
the song of rest for Connery's benefit?
I was, but I can't remember where it's at.
So it's in your features, I think.
I thought it was in my features too, and I can't find it.
Ooh, I forgot about your performance of creation.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a chance to use it yet. There it is, Song of Rest. Okay, yes, there we go.
Okay.
Did anything happen? Because I seem to
No,
be
saw
having
it.
a little bit of lag.
Yeah, it put it up in the chat log. So Matt, go ahead and roll
Okay,
an
good.
additional d6.
Just hit a d6 because I don't see anything to click on. I don't see anything to click on. Do I just hit a d6 then?
Yeah.
Just hit a d6. Yeah.
Right. So I get two more.
All right, so
Two
you get
more.
An extra 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it for you.
That's better than a punch in the face.
That's right.
Yeah.
Especially if it's my punch in your face.
Okay. All right. So everyone is bedding down in here, correct?
Yeah.
In the dining room,
Yeah.
and then Ray. All right. So
I'm going to do it from stealth if that matters. I'm going to try and hide basically so that if
Oh,
they wake
all
up
right.
and start doing stuff.
Okay. Um, everyone else beds down. Uh, about 20 minutes or so after your watch rotation starts, the ranger starts to stir, groaning and starting to get up.
I will go in and use a billiards cue and push him back down. None of that.
Okay, so
I mean, his hands are bound behind his back, so
yeah. Okay. So he just kind of smiles and sits back down.
so you woke up, Blythe.
You call him Blythe.
I believe that was the name in the note. I gotta look for it again. It is not listed in the list of NPCs. But it was Blythe, wasn't it?
Thought it was.
That's the name. That's the name that the wolf gave you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh boy.
Yeah, I was
He
worried that
says,
the wolf might be a trap as well, but that's fine.
he says, you must be confused. My name's Gabriel Creighton the Third.
Mm.
Funny. I know someone else with that answers to that name as well. And you have such interesting floor work in this manor. I mean, most people don't usually decorate with sigils of Cyril. You've made a bold choice.
He says, there's lots of interesting things about this house.
Maybe you'll tell me about them.
He says, what do you hope to accomplish here?
Just a job. I'd like to use persuasion to try and get information out of him without giving up any information about us.
Okay.
And I will use a little known feature that I have. Where is it? Where'd you go? There we are. So I'm going to try and lean into my Fey influence. Hopefully he doesn't have like just a stellar wisdom saving throw, but he probably does.
Okay.
I've never gotten to use this particular feature before, but
Are you using it to charm him or frighten him?
charm him.
Okay. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. On him and hit the button.
Can I use my session inspiration to make him have disadvantage on his roll?
No, you can use that on your die rolls, not someone else's die roll. All right. Roll insight. Okay. You think maybe the spell had some kind of effect?
All right, forget about it then.
Oh,
I can't be sure about the information that I'm getting if I don't know that the spell worked.
all right. So, what else you gonna do?
Nothing. Just keep watch.
How long does that last?
It's my turn, so not long.
Until the end of your next turn.
Right.
Oh, okay.
If I knew if it worked or not, I was going to ask him to tell us how to break the curse that's affecting the real wolf Gabriel. But since I can't be certain that it did anything or not, or if he's just playing along with it, it's not worth it.
Okay. So after a moment, you see his facial expression change, and he's like, "What are you trying to do to me?"
Ignore him.
Okay. So you doing anything else?
Nope.
All right. So he just kind of sits there and looks around the room and looks at his companion next to him. And he sits very quietly for quite some time.
Okay. Well, at the end of my shift, I will wake up Ferris and LeFay, tell him that Blythe is awake. I tried to talk to him. And I'm doing this in the other room quietly, so that he can't easily overhear. But that I tried to use a charm on him, and I couldn't tell if it worked or not. But he's currently awake.
Should we knock him out again?
Up to you. I wouldn't
Right,
object.
well, before your shift is up, though, the other guard also starts to stir.
All right. I tell him to just you've been knocked out for a long time. You're shackled. We won't hurt you unless we have to. So just settle back and get some rest, and so you don't make yourself sick.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
I would have thought that would be more persuasion, but sure.
Well, all right. If you want it to
No,
be more of a,
I'm trying to persuade him. I'm not trying to like threaten him to sit down and shut up.
okay.
Pretty persuasive.
All right. Roll inside again. You see him exchange a couple of glances with the ranger, but it seems as though there's kind of some unspoken communication going on between them.
Mm.
Oh, take them
I
in
don't know if
separate
you
rooms.
separate those two.
I will when it's not just me.
Well, Ferris and I are awake, right?
Well, it's still finishing. This is all happening on Ray's first watch shift here.
I'm not going to do anything with him. I've told him to sit down. He might have a concussion. Are they like aggressively testing the chains, or what are they doing?
No, they're just sitting there.
Bullshit. They're just sitting there.
They are. They're just sitting there.
Got a dice rolling for sitting.
He's healing himself. He's regenerating. Is it right? The ranger looks a lot healthier now than he did a little bit ago.
Knock him out.
The color's coming back to him, and as he starts, he's just sitting there.
Yeah, I'm gonna club him over the head.
You're gonna attack him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He has 10 hit dice. Wow.
Well, there's two of them.
I wouldn't think that bound up is allow them to use
Not
it. Get
very
a short
restful,
rest.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be
no,
doing a short
it's
rest.
fine. We'll prune some of that off. And in fact, I've got a little poison. Let's see. The thing is I don't know if it'll kill him or not.
Equipment here. He is missing all of this equipment.
I guess I won't club him, but what I will do is just make sure that Shion's watching him while I pretend to be indifferent.
Okay.
If they start messing with the shackles or like whispering messages to each other when I'm not looking, that kind of thing.
All
All right. Anything I need to know before I leave? Because I got to leave.
right. When's your watch rotation?
The end of the.
He's
how long are you
last.
gonna?
I'm last.
At the very end.
And how long do you think you're gonna be before you get back?
Less than a half an hour, probably.
Okay. All right. No, there's nothing more you need to know.
All right.
All right.
I'll be back.
I'm just unequipping.
I'll be
everything
back.
that They had. Okay. All right.
So what I will do is while maintaining indifference, but having Shion in the room spying on them invisibly, I'm gonna go check this bathroom and make sure that there's nothing in there. And then when the shift changes, I'm gonna suggest that we lock the other guard up in the bathroom.
There were more cleaning supplies in there. Room and mop and stuff.
Yeah, all right. I should be able to move that stuff out. So whenever the shift changes, we'll move the lone surviving guard into that room.
All right. So can you have Shion roll insight? Because you're like not paying attention, but she is. Okay.
I'm only pretending to not pay attention because I've got an invisible familiar sitting there watching them. But
Okay.
yes,
Well,
I get what you mean.
it seems like every now and then, the big dude keeps trying to slip his shackles.
Oh, the other guard
No, the
or the ranger.
ranger.
They're not like modern shackles where I can tighten them down, are they?
No, they're either on or off, basically.
Right. I'll just tell him from the other room, "Oi, stop that! I see what you're doing with those shackles."
Okay. That's definitely intimidate.
Yeah.
Suddenly, you're not very intimidating. Where are your shackles, by the way?
They're on the guard.
I meant in your inventory.
I took them off because they're on the other guard.
Oh. I just
I
wanted
didn't
to
have
read
them.
about
I
it.
didn't want to accidentally use them twice.
I was just going to read about them.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. In response to your intimidation, he gives kind of a wry smile and then just stops. Then they just kind of just sit there, and after a while, your 2 hours is roughly up.
Yep. So I will wake up Ferris and LaFay. Tell them about wanting to move the one guard to the mop room or whatever it is. And then that the ranger keeps trying to slip his shackles.
You think we should?
Chop his hands off? It seems extreme, but okay.
I don't know. Butt stroke him a few times while he's there.
I was thinking a sock full of billiard balls.
Like it.
Maybe.
Hey, I'm from the rough parts of Baldur's Gate.
And is he on a bench? He's on a bench, right?
He's on a yeah, it's a padded bench from the look of it.
Well, let's. I know he's got manacles on, but let's further restrain him to that bench.
Okay, I have rope.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
I'll
we're
help
gonna
you tie him.
we'll drag the other guy out after we beat on him a little bit.
Sure, you can tune him up.
LaFay?
Right.
Yes.
I'm not really for that kind of physical persuasion, but you feel free.
Are you Ferris, are you gonna rough him up?
Yeah. While the guard is there, we'll rough up the ranger a little bit. You just watch. I'm gonna punch him a couple times, and then we're gonna tie him to that bench, and then we're gonna drag his friend off.
I don't think it's his friend, but I'm not going to say anything.
All right, well, get in there. You're gonna go to work on the ranger.
Yeah. I don't want to kill
All
him, but
right.
I want to put some lumps on him again.
Take
All right,
off some of those hit points he got back.
roll your unarmed attack at advantage.
Unarmed attack. Okay.
So that's gonna be in your inventory, unarmed strike.
I got it. Add advantage.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
I didn't even see the dice on that. Is that what it came up
2.
with? 2. Oh, it's unarmed strike. Never mind. I'm not the monk.
You gave him a
Yeah.
little
That
bloody
might kill
nose.
him.
Definitely didn't hurt him too bad. What do you say, LaFay? Does he need some more?
Yeah, hit him again.
Holy, I feel bad now.
It's the most ineffectual beating I've ever seen.
Sorry, Gabe.
Soft slaps.
Oh, good grief! Roll d6.
A D6?
That's a good.
Yeah, you critted him.
Jesus.
You're
This
gonna
this is
knock
the
the
guard,
slug
right?
out of him. Yeah.
No, I thought it was.
No, this is the
I
ranger.
thought.
Sorry,
It's a
ranger.
ranger.
All right, so 25. Roll critical damage. Really?
I'm not even
let me-
seeing those dice roll. So
I'm not either, but I'm seeing them come up in the tracker.
are you seeing them? Yeah, I see them in the tracker. Maybe Ferris isn't so good at hand to hand.
How did he roll? What did he roll? Another one?
Yeah. So he should get an extra base die. So what's this unarmed strike?
What's that?
So he should get an extra 1 out of that. Take it off manual.
He's probably laughing at me.
The maids hit harder than you.
It's my delicate hands.
Right.
All right. Well, we're gonna take Ray's rope, and
It's time to the pool table.
well, would you pool table or the bench?
A
He's
pool
already
table's
on the
heavier.
bench.
Yeah.
Let's make them uncomfortable. They shouldn't be getting any kind of rest. Get them off the benches. Just like put them on the ground and like tie them to the legs of the pool table.
Light a small fire under his nads.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess. Do we want him on top of the pool table tied down, or?
Yeah, you can just tie him up on top. Give him the spread eagle treatment. Hands behind the back, legs tied
Well,
to a separate leg.
if he's manacled, we can't
Sure you
No.
can. You just go under
spread him
the
out
shoulder.
too far, right?
You just go underneath the shoulder, so it's a 4-point restraint.
All right. We're gonna secure him to the top of this table.
Ray kind of looks embarrassed about his knowledge of bondage. He's giving tips on how to tie him correctly.
All right, so you tie the ranger.
To the top of the table. He's prone on the table.
Yep.
Do we want him face
Okay.
up or face down?
Well, I can't very well change that, but
Face up is probably the good choice because it pins his hands behind his back.
How
Alright.
good is he? How good is he looking compared to his almost death experience?
he looks a fair bit better now.
All right, I'm going to consult with Ray and Ferris. Do you want me to give him a dose of poison spray, which is a cantrip I have?
Honestly, probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with this dude, man. This dude comes back,
Yeah,
we're done.
Me
so-
neither.
I-
Me neither. So,
I
so
say
give
do
him a
it.
couple doses.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with poison spray. So it looks like he needs to make a saving throw, constitutional
Yeah.
saving throw.
Okay. Roll your damage.
All right, I think it's all right. Probably going to come out as 2d12.
Oh, look at your pretty dice.
Where did those come from?
Transparent action going on. Fancy.
What did my dice change?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't touch your dice.
Weird.
He can probably take another one if you want. but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
I'm going to
do
hit him
more-
again.
I wouldn't do more than 3.
Yeah, I'm going to hit him again.
are we just doing the beatdown of fake Gabriel now? Is that the
It's
thing?
It
he
is.
nearly killed all of us pretty handily, so we're making
Yeah.
sure he doesn't get his strength back.
Howard, are you going
I
to roll
see.
that? Okay.
I'd just like to see Anna is just staying out of all
Oh,
of this.
you're asleep, so your conscience is clear.
Right, exactly.
All right, roll your damage. Ooh.
All right, killer. I think you got him.
All right,
How's
I'm
it
going
look
to
now?
So he kind of
I'm going to
kinda-
say to him, "There's more where that comes from. If you don't just sit there and do nothing."
all right. Kind of rolls around and coughs and sputters at the poison spray.
I suggest you remain there. Don't try to heal yourself.
Okay.
All right, and then we've got the other guard locked up in the now empty mop cabinet. So I think we're good.
Do we need to keep an eye on both of them now, or just the
I
ranger?
suggest my spot. I suggest my spot out in the hallway where it lets him see into the room and the doors for the maids and this guy.
All right. Who's up? Am I up on guard duty?
You and me.
Yeah, it's a buddy system.
All right.
I do remind you, keep an eye on him though, because he was trying to get out of his manacles.
All right.
I suspect he'll try again if he's given the chance. I leave it to you, and I'm gonna go
All
and
right. Get some rest.
head down and take my sprite with me.
All right. So I guess we're gonna
Be
set
within
up.
talking distance of each other. And where's the other guy at? He's in that other room, right?
Yeah,
He's in
there's one
here.
here. Yeah. There's one in the broom closet here. There's one here, and then there's the 2 maids up in the room to the north.
Okay.
So if you're right around here, you should be or right here, you should be able to see all of it. With 2 of you, it should be fairly easy to cover both.
Can you
So-
see both, LaFay?
Yeah, I can see through. I can see both.
Okay.
All right. So you leaving the doors open on both?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold action to any seriously threatening moves by either one of them. I'm gonna hit him with poison
spray 'em.
spray.
That's a good held action.
Okay. All right. They both just kind of sit there. I mean, the Rangers not got a whole lot of movement. All right, and then who's up next?
Next
Guard
to watch.
duty.
Connery and
Connery and Anna. Yeah.
Anna.
Okay.
So
They
pass
really
on
don't
the-
want to be moving around when Connery gets out here because he'll thump them.
So yeah, we're gonna pass on the information about the guard moving around or the ranger moving around trying to get out, and also he appears to have healed himself a bit. I've taken a bit off with my poison spray,
took
but
care
you
of
should
that.
should keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Like
I'm
so, I guess
not
we'll
planning on.
switch spots.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not planning on doing anything against him.
You're not gonna thump him in the head.
No, I mean you guys already. I think you did
Connery
enough.
can do that. Connery
So
would do that.
we're switching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'm gonna say I recommend you both be in a spot where you can see them both, and then
You know, it's nice that the guy that's going to benefit from this the most just sleeps the entire night through. By which I mean Gabriel. He owes us a lot for this. Unless he's lying, in
Well, I
which
mean,
case
he's
we'll kill him.
well, I
Yeah.
mean, he's had it pretty rough for the last 5 years. My God,
Well,
give the
I
guy a
don't know
break.
what the harp sent us out to find him, right?
to find him and help him.
Yeah. So
So
Okay.
we are following the mission statement, but
boy, I wish we could get them in here.
well that's what we're going to talk about come morning.
All right. You guys do that the whole night? Too bad you didn't have Matt in here. I'm sure he would have enjoyed thumping on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can
Oh
all
well.
do a long rest.
Yeah, we can Matt can thump him after daybreak. So yeah, long rest time.
Are we clear for long rest?
Yeah, you can take your long rest.
Woohoo!
Yay! Finally.
Long rest to start rolling through in the chat.
Now on my primal companion, when do I get my doggy back?
So you have to go through a summoning ritual for that, right?
I would assume I am not. Let me go look at my features and traits.
So while
Oh.
you're checking that out, I'm going to be like in the hallway talking to people with the, out of direct earshot, and just basically saying that if nobody has a way of breaking this curse, I can have Shion fly back to Silvery Moon and try and get help from the Harpers, but I can't guarantee that they will get back in a reasonable amount of time. The problem is I don't know anybody else that would be able to do it and willing to do it.
I'm looking at it. It doesn't. Okay, it says in combat dodge. Oh, that just says primal companion take action. It doesn't say how I get them back. I'll have to. I have to Google that, I guess.
I mean, I guess even if I knew or somebody knew somebody who could break the spell, we'd still have to get them here, which would take time, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's either we take. I mean, we take the ranger and the wolf with us to some place where they could break the spell, or we bring somebody here.
Well, I'm almost thinking that we have to have somebody come here because of that summonings circle.
The room.
Yeah, none of us know how much that circle ties into what was done. We just don't know. So I would hate to go all the way back to drag everybody to Silvery Moon, only for them to say, "Oh yeah, you have to use the original circle." Or we need the circle that was used to cast the spell to know how to break it. Then we got to come all the way back.
All right, Gabriel, I'm sure we've questioned the wolf before about this, and the wolf doesn't really know what happened or how to undo it.
He never
And
has up to now. Yeah.
okay, and we don't have any
Yeah.
kind of truth serum we can use on the ranger.
I don't.
I don't. Yeah, I don't either.
Do you have any ability to charm him, Anna?
Let me check. Howard, I had a question for you. For some reason on my sheet, where it says Bardic Inspiration, it's still showing one of 4.
You did a long rest?
Mm-hmm.
Did you do a short rest
I don't think I did.
before the long rest?
Yeah, I don't think I did.
So it resets on short rest according to this.
Yeah.
You should also get credit for when you do a long rest. So do a
Mm-hmm.
short rest and see if they come back.
Okay.
Are they
Okay.
back?
No, that was weird. All right.
Yeah, I
So
don't know
let
why
me
it's
go
set
ahead
like
and
that. It
see.
should be both short rest and long rest, but I've never heard
Maybe I
anything
should.
that you.
Well, I guess I could click on both of them. Oh, there it is. It's clicked on both now. All right. So let me check and see here. I don't think I have like a charm person kind of thing. The only thing I have is enhance ability, which, it's for like charisma or whatever. So yeah, I don't have like a charm person kind of thing.
So we either try to make him tell the truth by charm, or we try to beat it out of him or threaten him, which I don't think is going to be very useful.
Beating it out of him doesn't necessarily. Yeah, he could say whatever he wants. We need
No, I
to
know.
undo his
Yeah.
curse, and he could just make it worse.
Yeah. Well,
Howard, does any of us have ability? I know for cleric people, and I'm definitely not a cleric person. Do monks have zone of truth or no? Or is
No.
that a spell that's only for clerics?
That's a cleric only spell.
Yeah, boy.
did anybody grab? I know we didn't we grab some other scrolls and spells. I mean, I got the necklace of prayer beads, which won't do us any good here, and I got scroll of lesser restoration. We didn't get any other wizard spell or any kind of other spells that anybody has.
I don't have any.
Yeah.
I guess we sold them because we couldn't use them or something.
Well, the thing is even if we had like a zone of truth spell, we couldn't use it because none of us are clerics.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
so, yeah.
All right. Well,
Is there anywhere near here, Howard, that we could maybe take him to and pay somebody to do a zone of truth on him, or?
The nearest place you know of is Silvery Moon.
Oh boy.
How far away is that by Sprite Flight?
Well, they fly at the same speed as you walk.
Oh boy.
So, what's that about? Day and a half.
Well, I can always recast it as a hawk or something like that. It has a higher flight speed.
You can do that?
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I had a question. Is LaFay able to wild shape into any kind of avian form or no?
not yet.
Oh
No, I
man.
don't have the ability to fly.
Yeah, I thought.
Not at this level.
So Howard, with the beast, it looks, if it was a regular companion beast, and I think maybe the primal companion might follow that same rule. If it's been within an hour, it's a spell slot and takes an hour to bring that companion back. If it's been longer than an hour, then it's essentially dead, then it's 8 hours in a spell slot that I can, and I have to bond with the beast. So I assume that the primal companion would follow the same rules. It's just I don't have to find a creature in the woods to do it with.
That would be my interpretation of that, is that you still have to get to know each other, and that's what that 8 hours is about. But
right.
learn to empathize, because you got to be able
Sniff
to,
each other's butts.
Yeah.
But you can pick a different form for your beast. You chose.
Well, since I'm old and I'm reluctant to change, I kind of like having Rot around, because I still believe it's a small or medium beast, so it's still got to fit within those. So
human
wolfish.
size,
Yeah.
size or less.
So
I'll get cracking on that when we get time, I guess.
So what's the party think? Does anyone have? Well, we're down 2 members. Does anybody have any other ideas or suggestions? I don't know what to do. I can't crack this curse, and I don't think any of us can.
I don't know
The closest place that would have a priest would be Silvery Moon.
Who's that? Yeah, I mean, what's the guy we deal with in Silvery Moon? Is he a wizard?
Zed? He's a wizard, not a cleric.
Okay.
I mean, he might know more about the magic in general, but he's not a cleric, so he can't necessarily. I mean, does Anna have Dispel Magic?
So is Blythe not cooperating?
No, we had to
He
tune him
woke
up.
up, and I punched him a lot.
You'd be proud, Jason. Jason tuned him up.
Jason tuned him up. All right.
I got him for like 3
hit
or
points.
4 hit points.
Looking for a joyride.
Yep.
Apparently, I can't punch very hard.
Does Anna have Dispel Magic?
Listen,
like that?
I have detect magic, not dispel. But listen, I mean, I don't want to make elf jokes, but come on. We all know how hard elves hit. Come on.
What?
let's
He
just say
basically bitch slapped him. Is all.
He almost hurt his hand punching him.
I
Oh.
scratched.
Right, exactly.
Elmore's
He was
unarmed
tough.
strike
He gave
is
a punch. No.
Do you guys need
Is-
do you guys
is-
need a class in how not to break your knuckles when you punch somebody? Is that what you're saying?
or at least do more damage to the other guy than you do to yourself.
Right? Okay, I got you.
Right, exactly.
Do I need to go check him out and make
Yeah.
some medicine rolls?
It
No,
wasn't.
no, he's fine.
It wasn't Jim Carrey punching somebody in that Batman movie when he was
Right,
the
right,
Joker,
right.
Oh yeah.
but it was
Gotcha.
close.
Riddler, yeah. If I had to do it, I
Yeah,
was going to
Riddler.
use a sock with a pool cue.
Oh
Pool ball.
yeah. A bar of soap and a sock. There you go.
I don't have a bar of soap, but I got pool balls.
So
Well, yeah, go ahead.
So I was saying that I don't know.
Haley.
None of us seem able to do anything about this curse other than we know that it's related to Cyric. And I don't know what we want to do. Howard confirmed that the closest civilization would be Silvery Moon.
Oh,
That none of us really know a whole lot of anything about that magic circle. And I was suggesting that we can either we do a road trip.
I have
we go to
religion.
Silvery Moon with everybody with us. You're muted again, Matt.
what if
I have religion, and between religion and arcana, we might be able to,
We tried that.
Oh, okay.
We can try it again, but we did try that before twice.
What if Gabe bit him?
Reverse
Maybe.
werewolf.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I don't know.
We can suggest
that's comical. Maybe he just wants to do it for fun.
Yeah, maybe.
Sick balls.
Well, it's his balls, so
That's true. That's true.
he's not Ron Jeremy.
Oh,
He's-
that
I'm
is-
sure he's not enjoying watching us wail on him.
he didn't see it. He was asleep. He's been epically disinterested in getting his own body or position back. So anyway, Ray's like, well, we can either like load up the carts and make the multi-day trip to Silvery Moon, or I recast I dismiss Shion and then resummon as something with a little bit more speed and have it take a message.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the range of your familiars.
Well, I could you can dismiss a familiar, and once I dismiss it, then I could just cast it again and pick a new form.
Oh,
So I think that I can do like a hawk. There's a few others, but I think hawk is probably the fastest.
will you'll still be attuned to it all the way in Silvery Moon?
No,
Okay.
I don't have that yet. It only goes like 100 feet right now, so it would definitely be a blind. I give it a written message to deliver, and instructions on who to deliver it to, and then you cross your fingers.
Okay.
I can't call them back.
Well, I mean, we could just throw these two in a cart and start heading to Silvery Moon, I guess.
That is an option. That is definitely an option.
And keep knocking them out and poison spraying them once in a while. I don't till we get them back. I mean, I don't know if you've got another. I mean, other than completely abandoning everything we've already worked for, which would be stupid.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm not sure if you've got another choice.
Well, that's kind of why I was putting it out there, because I can't think of anything else. It's either we go or we try and bring them to us. And they're both kind of like not so great options in my book, but I don't know what else to do. I guess I could try and ask my patron, but usually he wouldn't involve himself in that kind of thing anyway, so he might not even bother to reply.
Well, couldn't hurt to try, right?
I can try.
Give it a shot.
And it's so
Not-
much easier.
It's
when we
not
just
like
kill
a god.
stuff.
It's a boss, not a god. But
Now,
I can ask.
hear me out. I'm not saying this is what we should do, but
Uh-oh.
we could just kill the ranger and the dog, and just tell them that we couldn't find them.
We helped him
Wow.
suffer.
The ritual was not a success. The ritual to return Gabriel
ritual
back to his
wasn't a
body was not a success.
Our angel went from being
They-
chaotic to, I don't know, chaotic
neither
evil.
one, neither one survived.
I was not talking in character.
That's what happens when we try and break it without having help and roll a 2.
Yeah. The moment we all realized the ranger was a serial killer and not a just
Yeah,
pretending.
Just hear me out. Have we considered murder and cover up?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I'm not saying. That's not in character.
You're not alone.
Okay.
They're not friends of the
Noted.
forest, so we'll fuck them.
Ferris is
They're
very
friends of the
honorable.
forest once you compost.
Yes, now this is their biggest contribution to saving the planet.
Could go feed them
They're
to the
Oh my
helping
God.
feed a tree. They're feeding a tree. In that case, it sounds like we're going to try and take them to Silvery Moon.
I
that what
think
I'm hearing?
we stay in a group all together,
Right.
and hopefully all of our short rests get us there.
All right.
So you hear a knock at the door of the
Land shark.
the maid's room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah, it's time for them to get fed and to get some water and relief.
are we just going to let them
Alright.
go, or are we going to start heading?
Well, I'm tempted to take them with us. I hate to let them go when I don't know what their part in it is,
Right.
but I also don't know. I don't want to force somebody to go on this trip with us. Anna, do you think that you could convince them that it's a good idea to go with us to help clear the name of the manor lord?
I mean, we could, but the only thing is, I don't know if they. I don't know.
Well, I
I
don't
mean,
know
they.
either,
I don't
but
think they
I don't
even
want 'em-
know.
I don't want them to get away if they're involved, but I I
Yeah.
don't want to leave them locked up if they're innocent.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So
I mean, the
I
thing
feel like the
is,
best thing to do is for them to come with us. It's just I would like for them to be convinced rather than we're running out of shackles.
yeah,
Or
yeah.
we don't have any more
No, I
manacles.
think that's a. No, I think it's a good idea too. I mean, the thing is that we really don't know what their involvement is,
We don't. Which
if
is why
any.
I'm hoping
So,
you can convince me.
yeah.
Can we charm them? Can anybody
Okay.
got
We
a
don't have
charming spell?
we don't have charm, but I'm
Yeah, we don't
hoping that
have charm,
Anna
but
is
we can
charm
try
me.
and persuade.
You don't have charm,
Yeah,
but
we
you
can
have
try and
me.
persuade them.
You,
We're not gonna give the maids the beat down, Conry. My
Oh,
God.
sorry. I thought we were talking about the ranger again.
no. That comes later.
You get your chance.
Why don't we
Why
just
don't-
let
why
them know that
Yeah. Go ahead, Anna.
yeah, let them
Let's let them
know
out.
that they're probably their best chance of getting back safely out of this area now that the manor's been essentially abandoned. Will provide them safe passage back to Silvery Moon, and that's their best option at this point.
Should we mention that we're going to be taking this to the Harpers for assistance?
Should we?
They do have kind of a reputation for being like frontier lawmen of sorts.
Okay.
Do-gooders, that kind of thing.
All right, so
So that's
I guess
the angle, I guess, Anna, is that we're going to be taking
Yeah.
everybody to the Harpers and Silvery Moon to get things
Yeah.
sorted out one way or the other.
To
We
just
just need
kind
it
of get things squared away. Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
squared
They
away.
can
Yes.
come, and they're welcome to
Right
come
away.
with us.
Right. And I did pay them like 2 weeks' wages already, so
Yeah.
not
And it
terribly,
would be
but
safer for them to come with
would
us
be
because
safer
we
with
don't know what's hanging on the woods and all that good stuff.
Sure.
And yeah.
It's
Mhm.
10 o'clock, Howard.
All right.
Yeah, it is 10 o'clock. All right.
Okay, that's
very
where
good.
we're at.
Well, you guys can have some time to consider your options. There are a few here, so
Okay.
say thanks to our wonderful viewers. And
Thanks, viewers.
Like
we'll
and
see you
subscribe.
next time.
Share.
Like, subscribe,
Or we're
share.
gonna send Elmer to your house to.
a halfling with a sock and a
Yeah.
pool cue in it.
That's right.
Jesus.